Hi students, in this video we are going to study about multiplexers. So I will discuss what is a multiplexer, how to design a 4 to 1 multiplexer, the design of quadruple 2 to 1 multiplexer. So what is a multiplexer? Multiplexer means actually sharing. So what is sharing? Suppose there are 10 students wants to study about this multiplexers and they have only one textbook of this Morris Mano, Digital Logic by Morris Mano. So how can they study by using this single textbook? What I suggest them is, I give them time slot for each student. That means morning 10 a.m. to 12 noon. The book can be used by the first student. Then 12 to 1 second student, 1 to 2 third student. Like that I give time slot for each student, right? So there are 10 time slots are there. 10 time slots are there for the 10 students. For each time slot only one student is actively using the textbook. Other 9 students don't have the access to book at that time. Okay, so each student I will give a time slot. Okay, so that every student can access the book equally. Clear? So this is a single channel, textbook is the single channel, and there are many informations. 10 students are the informations. So many informations are passed through a single channel by giving a time slot for each input, so that we get a output. Clear? Another common example is, several peripheral devices have a common transmission line or bus to communicate with the computer. So to accomplish this task, computer allocate time slot for each peripheral device to send and receive data, so that at a time only one peripheral device can access the line or the bus, communication line or the bus. Okay, so there are several devices and a single channel, and several devices use the single channel for a particular time slot. Then it can actively use the computer or communicate with the computer. Okay, so that is called a sharing. So multiplexing means actually sharing. That means transmitting large number of information over a smaller number of channel or lines. So here students are the large number of information and channel is the textbook. So large number of information over a smaller channel. And in the case of computer, peripheral devices are the number of informations and communication bus is the channel. So number of information over a smaller channel. That is called multiplexing. Okay. So a digital multiplexer is a combinational circuit that select binary information from one of many input lines and direct it to a single output line. That means there are number of inputs are there, but only one output. Okay, so the binary information from one of the many input is directed to a single output line by a selection line. That means selection of the particular input line is controlled by the set of selection lines. So selection lines select one of the input from the many input lines and direct it to the single output line. Clear? So it is also called a data selector. That means there is a number of data at the input and the selection line select one of the data from the input and direct it to the output. So it is called a data selector. And multiplexer is also abbreviated as MUX. So the number of input lines are 2 raised. What is the relation between the inputs and outputs and the selection lines? There are 2 raised to n input lines and only one output line. For the 2 raised to n input lines, there are n selection lines. Okay. So from the 2 raised to n input lines, n selection lines select one of the input and direct that input to the one output. Clear? So 2 raised to n input lines and n selection lines whose bit combinations determine which input is selected. Clear? Next we can draw the block diagram of for this multiplexer. Okay, so this is a multiplexer with how many inputs? 2 raised to n inputs. Then how many selection lines? N selection lines. Then 1 output. Okay, we can mark the input and output. So here there are 1, 2, etc. 2 raised to n inputs. Then selection lines are 1, 2, etc. n selection lines, and y is the output. 2 raised to n is represented by m. So this is actually m by 1 mux. M by 1 mux. So this is the general block diagram for this, for the multiplexer, right? Next we can design a 4 to 1 multiplexer. 4 to 1 multiplexers has 4 inputs and 1 output. Okay, then it has selection lines. So selection lines depends on the input. So here there are 4 inputs, so selection line is equal to 2 because 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. So we can label this input, output and selection line. Inputs are labeled as I0, I1, I2, I3, and output is labeled as Y. Then selection lines are S1 and S0. Okay, so what is the function of this multiplexer, 4 to 1 multiplexer? 4 to 1 multiplexer, the selection lines of the 4 to 1 multiplexer select one of the input from the 4 inputs and direct that input to the output Y. So the function table is, so we can draw the function table. So this is the function table. So here in the case of multiplexer, this table is called function table because it actually specifies the function of the multiplexer. Okay, so here inputs are S1 and S0 and output is Y. Okay, so when input is equal to 0, 0, then it select I0, then 0, 1 it select I1, then 1, 0 it select I2, and 1, 1 it select I3. Okay, in the case of truth table, we draw the inputs and outputs relationship. Truth table specifies the relationship between the inputs and outputs. Function table is also specify the relationship between the input and output, but here we didn't use this function table to generate the Boolean function. That means actually it describes the function of this multiplexer. Okay, function of this multiplexer. In the case of truth table, by using that truth table, we generate the Boolean expressions for the output. Clear? So the function table describes the function. So here when the various combinations of the selection lines, this multiplexer select one of the input from the 4 inputs and direct it to the output. Okay. Next we can draw the logic diagram. So S1 is equal to 0. Sorry, this is S0. S0 is equal to 0 and S1 also equal to 0. So here we have S0, S1. Okay, both are 0. This is S1, S0. Both are 0. Then input is equal to I0. Okay, so this is one input of AND gate. Then S1 is the input of AND gate. The next input is I0. Okay, then and this inputs. Okay, take the output. That is, it generate I0. So here it is. I0. Okay, then next S1 is equal to 0. S1 is equal to, then next S1 is equal to 0 and S0 is equal to 1. Then I1. Okay, and together this is I1. We generate the output I1. Next S1 is equal to 1. Okay, then S0 is equal to 0, then I2, and together this is I2, generate the output. Then next S1 is equal to 1 and S0 is equal to 1 and I3. Okay, and together this is I3. Okay, then next give an OR gate. Output of this AND gate is given to a OR gate. Okay, so here this output these two output, then these two output, then generate the AND gate OR gate output. So here it is. So when I0 is equal to 1, then S1, S0 is equal to 0. This all are 1. It generate 1. When I1 is equal to 1, then here it is S1 is equal to 0 and S0 is equal to 1. Okay, then it generate I1. Then I2, S1 is equal to 1 and S0 is equal to 0. Then here it is S1 is equal to 1 and S0 is equal to 1. Then it generate I3. Right? So this is the logic diagram for the 4-to-1 multiplexer. Clear? So the working of this multiplexer, when S1 is equal to 0 and S0 is equal to 0, these two inputs are 1, that goes to first AND gate, and I0 also equal to 1 and all others are 0. Okay, so this S1 S0 select I0. So I0 is equal to 1 means we get Y is equal to 1. Right? Take another case 1 0 and I2 is equal to 1 and all others are 0. When one of the input of the first, second and last AND gate is 0, so it generates 0 output. For the third AND gate, one of I2 input is 1, then S1 is equal to 1, so this input is 1. S0 is equal to 0, it take the complement of that input, so this is equal to 1. All the inputs are 1, so it generate 1. So for the OR gate, one of the input is 1, it generate 1. So output of I2 is direct to, so input of I2 is direct to the output. Okay, so this is how for the various combinations of S1 it take direct the corresponding input to the output. Clear? Next we can draw the block diagram for this 4-to-1 multiplexer. So 4-to-1 multiplexer has 4 inputs. So in a box with 4 inputs. Okay, then 2 selection lines, then 1 output. Okay, so here it is write 4 by 1 mux. Inputs are 0, 1, 2, 3. Selection lines are S1, S0. Here it is the output Y. So these are the input and this is the selection lines. Right? So this is the block diagram for 4x1 multiplexer, right? As in decoder, multiplexer ICs may have enable input to control the operation of the unit. When enable input is in a given binary state, suppose enable input is in 0 state, outputs are disabled. When it is in other state, the outputs are a normal multiplexer function. Okay, so this enable input is also called strobe input, can be used to expand 2 or more multiplexer ICs to a digital multiplexer with large number of inputs. Okay, so here we use a multiplexer with enable input to design a quadruple 2-to-1 multiplexer, right? Next I will design a quadruple 2-to-1 multiplexer. Quadruple 2-to-1 multiplexer means 4 2x1 multiplexers. Okay, 2x1 multiplexers has 2 input and 1 output. The 2 inputs are represented as AI and BI. That means for the first multiplexer it is A1 B1, for second A2 B2, third one A3 B3, and fourth one A4 B4. Okay, so and here also this quadruple 2-to-1 multiplexer has an enable input. When enable input is equal to 0, then only it select the corresponding input. If enable input is equal to 1, then output is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the function table for the 2x1 multiplexer. An enable input and a select, then output Y. Okay, when enable input is equal to 0 and select is equal to 0, it select A. Then enable input is equal to 0 and select is equal to 1, then it select B. Then enable input is equal to 1, then S is don't care, then output is all zeros. Okay, all zeros. So this is the function table for the 2x1 mux, right? So next we can draw the logic diagram for this quadruple 2-to-1 multiplexer. Okay, so 2x1 multiplexers has 2 input and 1 output. AI and BI are the inputs, right? So here 4 2x1 multiplexers means we have 8 AND gates and 4 OR gates. So first I will draw all the AND gates. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 AND gates. First AND gate, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Okay, all the AND gate receives enable input. So first we draw the enable input, and it receives enable input is equal to 0. So here we have a inverter that complement the enable input, and it is given to all the AND gates, right? So for the first AND gate, okay, then for the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth one. Okay, then darken the points, connection points. So here it is connection, otherwise we confused with the connection points. Okay, so this is the enable input, right? So each 2x1 multiplexer receives the input AI and BI. So next we can give the inputs A1 B1, A2 B2, A3 B3, and A4 B4 to the AND gates. Okay, so one input, and for this AND gate, for all the AND gates, right? So mark the input. So this one is A1, A2, A3, A4, then B1, B2, B3, B4. Okay, so for the first multiplexer the inputs are A1 and B1. Okay, then for the second multiplexer the inputs are A2 and B2, right? Like that for A3, B3, A4, B4. Then next we have to draw the selection line. When selection line is equal to 0, so we can complement the selection line. Okay, so complement it. Then when selection line is equal to 0, it select A. So the complement output of selection line is given to A1, B1, sorry, A1, A2, A3 and A4, right? Darken the points. So this one and this one here also. Okay, next S is equal to 1 for A3, so this one is S, so S is equal to 1, so here we draw like this, that is S input, that is given to B1, B2, B3 and B4. Okay, so darken the points, joins, connection lines, that means connection lines, right? Okay, next we can take the output from the AND gate and it is given to an OR gate. So here there are 4 2x1 multiplexer, so here we have 4 AND gates, 4 OR gates, right? So the input of the first OR gate is for the first multiplexer. For the first multiplexer the inputs are A1 and B1. So we take the output from the AND gates, this AND gate and B1 output from here, so this one. Okay, then for the second output from the AND gate, this one and B2, that is here. Okay, then for the third one A3, so A3 is here. Okay, then B3, right? Then for the last OR gate the inputs are A4, okay, then B4. Okay, then take the output from the OR gate. Okay, output from the OR gates are represented as Y1, Y2, Y3 and Y4, right? Then suppose E is equal to 0, then here it inverts the input E, so here we get 1. So for all the AND gates E is equal to 1. Then S is equal to 0, lower AND gate receives 0 input and the upper AND gates receives 1 output. Okay, so for the upper AND gates both inputs are 1. Then if any one of the inputs A1, A2, A3, A4 is activated, then corresponding Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4 we get the corresponding output will be obtained in Y1, Y2, Y3 or Y4 outputs. Similarly, when S is equal to 1, then here it is 1 and here it is 0. So for the upper AND gates, S input is 0 and lower AND gates, S input is 1. So in that case, it generates the output of B1, B2, B3, B4. Right? So this is the working of the quadruple 2 to 1 multiplexer. When enable input is equal to 1, then all the AND gates receives 0. So one of the input of the AND gate is 0 means its output is 0. That means all the outputs will become zeros. Right? So that is the purpose of the enable input. When enable input is equal to 0, then only we get the output. When enable input is equal to 1, then all whatever may be the selection lines, all outputs are zeros. Clear? So that is the working of the quadruple 2 to 1 multiplexer. Clear? So in this video, we studied what is a multiplexer, how to design a 4 to 1 multiplexer, then multiplexer with enable input. What do you mean by multiplexer with enable input? Then how to design a quadruple 2 to 1 multiplexer with enable input. Okay, thank you.